So welcome Chris Froome to Sportsvibetv, and first of all, many congratulations on being runner-up in the Tour de France and the bronze medal in the Olympic time trial and the fourth in the Vuelta a España to follow on from your second last year as well. It's been some year, hasn't it, for Mr. Chris Froome?
It's been an epic year. Jam-packed full of events, and especially that period, the Tour, the Olympics, the Vuelta. That for me was certainly the highlight of the year.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say you've been overlooked by finishing second, because there was a certain person who came first in the Tour de France. But it's ironic because, you know, we've never had a Brit ever be on the podium in the Tour de France. And like the old adage about London buses, you wait 104 years in and then you get two of them on the podium as well. So that was just just for you, for Bradley Wiggins, for Team Sky. It was a phenomenal performance, and what I should have added as well, actually, Chris, was you won a stage yourself in the Tour de France. Could have and probably should have won another stage, and you were part. Let's remember, you were part of a team that delivered the yellow jersey. So all those are boxes ticked as well, I guess.
No, 100%. The whole experience was it was quite overwhelming, actually, being there, being in that position. But we couldn't have asked for much more, to be honest. I mean, yes, maybe one stage here or there we could have done things differently, but looking back on it now, being part of that winning team, first and second on GC for the first time in British history, it's a monumental achievement by all means. And
quickly about the Olympic bronze medal as well. I mean, you must have been knackered going into that time trial, but you're still good enough to pick up a medal. And again, you caught a little bit, didn't you, of just the way that the games just took off in this country. Definitely
that. It really was. I don't think I'll ever experience anything like that ever again. To be able to ride on roads like that, just absolutely jam-packed with a home crowd all cheering, not just cheering but cheering for us. That was a feeling I'll never forget.
It's the same in the Tour de France, wasn't it? I mean, I've been to many Tour de France's over the years, covered many stages. I've never seen so many Union Jacks, so many Brits, especially that last there, the Champs-Élysées. It's ridiculous. It's sort of like Camden Town.
It was, for me, quite a difference. I did the tour back in 2008 for the first time, and then not again until this year. So I saw a huge difference there. I think I probably saw 2 or 3 Union Jacks back in 2008, and this year it was hard to find a piece of road that didn't have a Union Jack on it somewhere. It
was amazing. Now, I mean, what people may not know, unless they're big Chris Froome fans, is that you've only really recently been rid of quite a debilitating disease as well, which isn't exactly helpful when you do what you do. But it's only been, what, in the last year or so that you've shaken it off? Perhaps you'd like to explain.
Yeah, back at I think it was the end of 2009 actually, I was diagnosed for the first time with bilharzia, which is a parasite typically found in South America, Africa, Asia. It's a water-carried parasite. It's quite common. It's nothing it's not a staphylococcus. It's not an infection that you never hear of, kind of thing. But it's an absolute pain to try and get rid of. You take the medication and you think you're clear of it, and 6 months down the line, you're again just getting a bit of a cold, a bit of a runny nose, and you don't necessarily lead it back to the bilharzia. It's something that just feeds on your red blood cells. It just lowers your immune system, so you'll get a cold very easily, but you'll think, oh, you've just got the common cold. You don't realise it's bilharzia as such unless you go for that specific test, which I was lucky enough to detect at the end of 2009. So since then, every 6 months I go for another check, and if there's any sign of it in the system, then I'll just repeat the treatment, which is just orally a few tablets that are very similar to poison, kills everything in your system, and you feel lousy for a couple of days, and then you can get going again.
Well, what happens when you're free of bilharzia, hey? You do what you've just done in 2012, and what has 2012 done for you, Chris? You must be having a well-earned rest right now, but I bet your juices are flowing already, looking ahead to 2013.
definitely. It's no, it's an exciting time. It's I think 2012 I was able to confirm the performances I had at the Vuelta last year, and show that this is where I need to put my focus into riding Grand Tours, and that it's something that is realistic for me to be a contender in these kind of events. So yeah, it's a really exciting position to be in, especially with the prospects of next year's tour being quite challenging in terms of the mountains and the course that I think suits me quite well, and should play to my strengths. So yeah, certainly an exciting time looking ahead.
Well, the Tour de France isn't one on paper. I know it's a little bit harder than that, but you know, we're in the company of a guy who finished second, comfortably second this year, and as you say, next year it's, you know, it's not full of time trials, it's full of mountains, and you're pretty good at time trials, mind you, but you're pretty good at mountains as well. So buoyed with the fact that, you know, you must have such huge confidence as well after what you've achieved this year. You must be absolutely raring to go for a serious crack at the, you know, you were just I know it's only just is a big word, but you're one place off the yellow jersey, so you've got to think you've got a chance.
I think I've definitely got a chance. I don't want to be overly confident. I know the hiding I got in Spain at the Vuelta a España last year from the Spanish riders.
Yeah, Contador's back, isn't he?
Contador's back. Yeah. Valverde's Rodriguez.
Schleck may be around next year.
Schleck might be back. So I'd say the competition is definitely going to be stepping up a notch next year. But I'm quietly confident that I'm going to go in there with a fighting chance.
Well, Team Sky must be confident as well, because even though they have the current yellow jersey holder, they've named you, haven't they, as the leader for next year, sort of confirming your view. It's really your type of course. That's still the case, isn't it? But let's just clarify this very quickly, Chris. That is the case, because Bradley suddenly announcing, "Oh, I wouldn't mind having another crack at it."
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it only puts us in a stronger position, having two guys who can go into the race realistically looking to go for the yellow jersey. So from our point of view, it just puts us in a lot stronger, a lot more powerful position to be able to take on that opposition. Yeah,
and I guess the point of it is, if one of you, for whatever reason, fell by the wayside, the other one can go on and win. So 100%. From Team Sky's point of view, it's fantastic, isn't it?
No, it's what a position to be in, to have two guys to even be thinking about that. So
yeah. Now you've lost Cav for next year. I mean, what an asset he is. But I guess, I don't know, it's nigh impossible, is it, to try and win a green jersey and try and win a yellow jersey as well, or if not impossible, close to it.
It's hard work. I don't think it's something that you'd find many teams trying to target doing both. It definitely splits the team. You need, if you're going to go there with ambitions to look after a guy like Cav, you need a train around him. You need guys to look after him on those flat stages and the run into the finish. And yeah, if we're going for the yellow jersey at the same time, I think it's possibly being a little bit too optimistic.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, Cav is extremely talented in his own rights, and I think he's going to have a great future ahead of him with a team that's going to back him 100%.
That's right. He probably needs a team, doesn't he, that sees him as their leader, as other teams have done before, and their goal is to help deliver the green jersey for Cav, I guess.
That's it. It's a huge achievement in itself, the green jersey, and I think he deserves it, to have a team built around him with that goal in mind.
Sure. And the final thing I wanted to say to you, Chris, is that, you know, any sports lover absolutely loved watching you guys doing what you did in the summer, and would have hated the absolute battering that the Tour de France has had subsequently with the whole Lance Armstrong fallout as well. Where does this leave you? Because, you know, Team Sky is obviously clean, which is fantastic to see. Does it make you angry? Does it make you motivated? Does it make you hungry? How does it leave you? Because this is your sport, this is your event.
Yeah. No, mixed emotions. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely angry in one breath that we're all painted with the same brush. People now think of cycling and think of the Tour de France, and I've heard people say very often that it's not even possible to finish a Tour de France without doping. Okay, maybe that was the case 10-15 years ago, but it's certainly not the case now. I'm very confident that the sport has turned around. I know there's no way I'd be achieving the results I'm achieving now if it hadn't cleaned up, and if people still were doing what they were doing in Lance's era. Yes, I'm disappointed that this has all come out, but I do think it's for the best, and I think people now can stop asking questions about that era. That now we know the answers to what was going on then, and that we know that the sport has changed.
It's almost BL and AL, before Lance and after Lance, and we're in the after Lance period, huh?
No, definitely. I mean, to me, it's given me a lot of added motivation. I'd like to. To me, it gives me another aspect that I can try and show people that the sport has cleaned up. And I mean, I'm not asking people to believe in what I'm doing now, but give me 4 or 5 years time, and if I'm still getting the same results, and these results now haven't been stripped, then I would ask people to start believing in it again, and I hope that it would, a lot of fans that have been chased away from the sport, not believing in what we're doing, would come back to cycling.
Good for you. Well, to wrap up, Tour de France then. Oh, don't forget the World Championships as well. I bet you haven't. That's something I think you want a serious crack at as well next year. So the schedule's busy.
Definitely.
But the mood is confident.
Yeah, I think so. Exciting, confident.
And over Christmas and New Year, what happens? Do you get fat and drunk with the rest of us, or do you train hard?
No, I wish. I've taken my time off already after the season in October. I'm back in full training now. Tomorrow I jump on a plane back to South Africa, where the weather's going to be a bit better, and I can get the long hours in without having to sit on an indoor trainer hiding from bad weather.
Oh dear, well, I feel very envious, not about the training but about the weather. Listen, congratulations, and we hope to catch up with you in what I'm sure will be a very successful 2013.
Thank you very much.